Sweet. All right. Sweet. What's up? All right, the live stream is on. What's up, guys? I'm just posting on Instagram real quick. But I got some good stuff. I promise. Alright, what's up? Sorry guys, just gotta get the Instagram story post out there so we get the whole gang in here. Hey, so I got the double monitor going right now. You guys probably can't see it, but boom. Got this going on. Got the standing desk. It's a little bit of a delay, but whatever. We'll make it. It'll be fine. Yeah, good to see you guys, for sure. Aaron, Victor, my boys. Gabriel, Sam. Jonathan. Steve-O, John, Gabriel, Legacy, Sam. Damn, everybody's in here. Let's go. Is the audio bad? Okay. Alright. No worries. We can fix that. No problem. Just one second. How about now? Can you hear me now? Is that better? Is that worse? Same? Fuck, I have no idea what I'm doing. There's an echo. That's weird. Maybe I'll have to move over this way. Oh, mute OBS playback. Man. Fuck. I'm having a tough time, guys. Oh, yeah, that's probably... Be right back. Maybe this will help. Alright, is that a little better? Nah, maybe. Cool. It sounds good from my headphones, so that's kind of weird. Damn. That's crazy. It worked last time. That's super weird. You hear me? Alright. Well, as long as you can hear me, then it should be fine. But anyways, guys, got some good stuff to talk about today. Maybe I'll move this over here a little bit. Cool. Way better now? Hey, okay, we're good then, guys. Let's go. Perfect. A bit loud. Okay. I'll move this over. There we go. Maybe I'll mute the volume a little bit. Perfect. Okay, cool. Now let's start from the beginning then, guys. How are we doing? We're gonna talk about some crazy stuff, of course, as you can see in the title, how to be profitable in 2018. Sorry about your ears, Sam. My bad. We'll have to go through with it regardless, though, guys. I can't let the fam down. Ooh, doing 6-figure per month on your store. Nice. All right. Well, I want to talk about how to be profitable in 2018, guys. And of course, the simple answer is just to have a profitable store, but it's not so simple, of course. Thank you for the desktop. Yes, the desktop is super nice. I'm super excited for it. Honestly, look at, I'll raise you guys up and down so you can kind of see. Oh. Pretty cool. It just sounds like I'm on stage. Hey, I am on stage. Alright, but the first thing, of course, how to be profitable in 2018 is to have profitable ads. I mean, obviously, hands down, that's the best way to be profitable. But here's the thing, guys. As many of you may or may not know, a lot of businesses, they're willing to be negative with their ads. Like, they're willing to spend a lot of money on ads without making any sort of profit. But here's the thing, guess where they make their money? Back-end systems. Guys, back-end systems are the key to being profitable in 2018. Now, what are some easy back-end systems, right? Well, the first thing is obviously just simple upsells, simple email sequences, but more specifically, abandoned cart emails. Now, the reason why I mention this, even though obviously it's like super simple, is because I do a lot of coaching, right? And a lot of the people that I coach don't even have abandoned cart email set up. Now, here's the thing. Fuck, a lot of you guys are still saying that the audio is bad. I have no idea how to fix it. Let me see. Okay, I'll try to fix it, guys. Maybe someone can help me out with OBS. Okay, maybe we'll go here. Cool. Maybe better. Remove the second mic. Damn, I'm such a noob when it comes to these things, guys. Oh, we got it? Nice. Oh, there we go. Let's go. Okay, now we can get on with the value. I got my coffee ready, guys. I'm hyped to tell you about some of this stuff. Nice, we did it. Okay, cool. So abandoned cart emails. Now here's the thing. Of course, there's your regular abandoned cart emails from like Recart or something, and that's great. That's better than nothing. But of course, it's much better to mess around with your abandoned carts. Just like you split test different ad sets, you can do the same thing with your abandoned cart emails. For 1 week, for example, like make your abandoned cart emails differently. Test different things with your abandoned cart emails, guys. You can track the percentage on Shopify of abandoned carts, and depending on which app you use, they actually tell you the stats on your abandoned carts. So for me, the best app for this, guys. So of course, I understand a lot of you don't have the budget for an app such as like Klaviyo or whatever, or Recart even. It's a little pricey. So the best possible app that you can have for abandoned cart emails is Abandonment Protector Plus. I believe it's just called Abandonment Protector. And honestly, I love it. And the reason why is because it's super simple to set up, like extremely simple to set up. And not only that, but it's extremely cheap. It's like super cheap. And guys, here's the thing. Open rates, they matter, of course. The more open rates, the more chances that you'll get abandoned or recovered carts, right? But that's not always the best sign that you're gonna see success with your abandoned cart. So let me put it in context. So like open rates for abandoned cart emails don't always mean high recovery rate. And the reason why I say that, guys, is because, for example, in the past, yes, there's a built AC email in Shopify. That's definitely true. And you have to do both, right? You have to have both, but you have to make sure you set up a sequence of minimum 3 emails where, you know, you're telling your customer, of course, in the first one, just kind of remind them of, you know, your cart is here, definitely come back. Then the second one, you can give them a discount, and then the third one, you can give them a bigger discount. But here's the thing. A lot of people go for high open rates, which of course do get you a higher recovery rate for the most part, but not always. So for example, when you do plain text emails for abandoned carts, yes, they get a higher open rate, and I used to do this too, but they don't always convert. And it's kind of the same thing as like with a Facebook ad, right? In Facebook ads, if you have a really, really low cost per link click, for example, it doesn't always mean you're going to make a lot of sales, right? So it's not always the best metric to judge whether or not an ad set is going to perform really well or not. The best thing to test really, or the best thing to go for is recovery rates for abandoned carts, and obviously for ad sets, purchases, right? Purchases are what you want to look for. Now, in my opinion, the simple abandoned cart emails work the best. Now, I've been testing this recently on the first email. So for example, what I've been testing a lot lately is something kind of untraditional, which is instead of sending them a discount on the second email and third, I also send them one on the first one. And the reason why, guys, is because most of the time, if you've ever kind of analyzed your data when it comes to your abandoned cart emails, you'll see that the first one always gets the highest open rate, highest click-through rate, everything. So why not give them a discount right off the bat, incentivize them to really come back, and purchase, right? And here's the thing, guys, a lot of these people don't even use the discount. It's kind of crazy, but just them seeing that. Oh, and here's another thing that'll help you out a lot. Mention something about a guarantee. And here's the thing, and maybe like hassle-free returns. If you mention these sort of things, guys, these might be the reasons why they didn't purchase, right? So if they abandon their cart, there has to be a reason. It could be just simply because they just completely forgot, or because they didn't trust your site. Maybe they didn't want to get scammed or something. So you can mention these things in your abandoned cart email. Try to put yourself in the shoes of the customer. Think of why maybe they didn't purchase. Maybe there's something on your site that they didn't like, but through this email, you can kind of make it right. You know what I'm saying? And this is why it's extremely, extremely necessary to test your abandoned cart emails. Now, I got over here on my second screen some questions, so let's see. Have you made a video on setting this up? Yes, so I do have a video on setting up abandoned cart emails, but here's the thing, you know, it's kind of old. It's not at all what I do anymore. So I used to send them out kind of like a plain text email, but honestly, I just really don't think that it works as well as it should. And guys, this is it's just so funny because every time I make email marketing videos or any sort of videos that are outside of the Facebook ads realm, they don't do as good. And the reason why is because I know that email marketing is something nobody wants to do, including myself. I hate email marketing. I hate doing it. It's not fun. But guess what, guys? That is where most of your money could come from if you actually put a big emphasis in it. And here's the thing. It's all profit. So what it allows you to do is spend more on Facebook ads without having to worry too much about your cost per purchase, right? You can have a higher cost per purchase than your break-even point if you know you're going to be able to convert that customer over and over again with emails. But, okay, let me answer some questions here. I have over 1,000 add to carts and 4 sales. What the hell, man? There's definitely something wrong with your store. What was the app called? It's called Abandonment Protector. I think that's what it's called. That's literally what it's called. CTR, CPM, CPC, plus ROAS is what matters, and profit matters more. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. That's a good way to sum it up right there. So let's see. All right, when I had an ad set with a ROAS of 4 and then duplicated it 2 times, they underperformed and killed my winning ad set and the duplicated ad set. Well, in that case, you know, you got to keep testing more ad sets, man. It's just the way it goes. Email list has the best conversion rate. The more people you have, the more of them you'll be able to recover. Yes, so I mean, I do recommend, guys, that you collect emails, but only in a situation where you know what to do with them. So a lot of people, for example, collect emails. They have an email pop-up app on their store, and they collect all these emails, but they don't do anything with them. They don't have a newsletter sign up like Sequence. They don't have anything set up. It's just they collect the email and then just let it sit there. If you are collecting emails, make sure you have a newsletter welcome series sequence set up. MailChimp or Klaviyo. And here's the thing, guys. These are the best apps for it. Personally, I like MailChimp. MailChimp is, I mean, I don't think it's better than Klaviyo, but it's just so much cheaper. Klaviyo is so expensive. And as a beginner, if you're just starting to learn about email marketing, which honestly, guys, that's me too. Like, I'm no expert when it comes to email marketing. It's one of those things that I personally don't have fun doing as well. I'm mainly an ads guy, front end, sales. That's what I like. But of course, I realize now after, succeeding, failing, that it really does matter to have these systems in place. And this is what's really going to take you from just like a regular old dropshipping store to like a legitimate business. So the more you treat like a business, the higher the return on investment will be. Okay, so the more time that you spend on your business, treating it like a business with back-end systems, with setting up solid customer service, the higher the ROI is going to be for your business in general, guys. And this is something, I mean, that's why I titled this, How to Be Profitable in 2018, because seriously, I do believe that in the next couple years, no, dropshipping is not going to die, but there's going to be huge changes. There's always going to be big changes, and I feel like the people that don't really treat this like a business and just go into it to try to make some quick money, they're going to fail. And that's kind of what already happens. I mean, obviously, those people fail and will keep failing, but the more you try to treat this like a business, the more success you will see. And obviously, a business usually starts pretty slow. So be mindful of that. Know that it will get better as long as you keep putting consistent work, guys. Like, that's pretty much the key to success right there, honestly. Okay, let me answer some questions here too. Cool. Arie, let's see. Damn, a lot of questions, guys. A lot of questions. What email service do you use? So, I typically use Klaviyo, but on a new store that I started, for example, I've only been using MailChimp and Abandonment Protector Plus. And the reason why is because they both have just really solid, like, sequence, automated flows that you can set up, and they're both pretty much free, so it's like the best in terms of cost efficiency. Okay, so email marketing is the best long-term strategy, definitely. If two people use the same YouTube video for two different ads, could one get taken down? Of course, and that's why you have to make sure that you make your ads very different than your competitors. Maybe not extremely different, but make sure you do something different, man. You can't be copying other people's videos and thinking that it'll just do amazingly. It could, but that's just not the right way to do it. So when testing a product with 10 to 15 ad sets, do you expect to be profitable or breaking even or go negative? So, good question. Typically I would say, I would expect to just go break even. If you're breaking even, that's honestly really good, guys. And that's what I've been preaching to a lot of the people that I teach is like, don't be too down on yourself when you're breaking even. That's not cool. And the reason why is because you're getting free data. Like, companies wish they could get free data. So if you're breaking even, you're in a good position. You shouldn't be worried. You should just keep going, keep testing new products while you're breaking even and whatnot, and you'll find a winner. And even if you're breaking even, that's honestly a pretty good sign, especially if you're testing 10 to 15 ad sets, because once you cut all of those, you're going to start being really profitable. And then obviously, here's kind of the strategy is once you cut all the bad ad sets, you figure out which ones are your winning ad sets from the initial bunch that you created, and from those you just create an equal amount that you cut of similar ad sets than those that worked. I know that sounds confusing, but it's actually really simple, and that's what I've been doing lately, guys. Another thing I've been testing a lot is instead of worldwide with engaged shoppers, tier 1 without engaged shoppers. So that kind of balances out, because the reason why I always put in engaged shoppers when I test worldwide is because worldwide gives you a lot of traffic. And this is a good way to kind of filter down the really cheap bad traffic, right? By narrowing down by engaged shoppers, it typically gives you better traffic. And it makes sense because these people have shown engaged shopper behavior on Facebook. So that's why I always do that when it comes to creating my ad sets when I do worldwide. But what I've been testing recently is, instead of worldwide, doing tier 1 countries. And the tier 1 countries, guys, are like, you know, United States, Canada, Australia, Germany, Sweden, UK, I don't know, like a bunch of those countries. You can just Google them. And instead of doing engaged shoppers with those, I just do a single interest. And that has been working pretty decently too. Okay, let's see. I got some questions. How are your Google ads working? So I haven't even started working on them too much, honestly. Okay, sorry, I kind of skipped a few. I have ad sets at 5 and 10 ROAS right now. How do I scale from $5 ad sets? Honestly, you can just, the easiest way to scale is just to duplicate and double the budget. Or you could just increase the budget on the existing ad set. Both of those things work. I personally always just increase the existing budget, or duplicate and increase the budget to double. That's what I typically love to do. But that being said, guys, if you don't have the right amount of money to sustainably scale, I don't think that you should. I think that you should instead just keep finding $5 a day ad sets that work and, trying to get a higher and higher ROAS, and then start handpicking those best ad sets and, duplicating and increasing the budget and whatnot. But I don't think you should be in a huge hurry to scale unless you actually have the right amount of capital to do so. Is this document going to be available somewhere? Maybe. What is your favorite scaling method? Increase budget on performing ad, duplicate with higher budget, duplicating with higher budget. That's what seems to work for me almost every time, rather than increasing the existing budget. But that being said, they both work. So don't let that, discourage you from doing one or the other. In fact, I think you should test both. Good luck, Sammy. You said you're starting ads tomorrow. That's pretty cool. Do you recommend to use Wheelio? I do. Like I said, I do recommend you use email collectors as long as you know what to do with those emails. As long as you have on MailChimp some automatic email flows for newsletter signups. Otherwise, don't collect emails. It's just going to drive people off your site. Is there anything you have to prepare for when traveling so your ad account does not lock you out or anything? Yeah, that's actually a really good question. You should try to contact, if you don't have a Facebook ads rep, try to get in contact with support or something like that and tell them of your situation. But usually, yeah, those type of things can be a little fishy and can go really the wrong way oftentimes. So, for example, my partner Ty, he's moving to Bali like next month. So I'm a little concerned. I hope nothing happens to our ad accounts, but we'll see. Okay, so from my experience, what is the average conversion rate difference of general stores compared to niche stores? Good question. It depends. It's really not about the store. It's kind of about the type of traffic. So of course, if you're targeting worldwide, your conversion rate is going to decrease a lot. And that's why if you are targeting worldwide, I don't recommend you really worry about your conversion rate too much, because of course you're going to get a ton of traffic regardless. But here's the thing, you got to worry about profitability. Now, once you start scaling and start diving into individual countries, that's when your conversion rate is going to start rising very, very quickly. And that's what you should look to aim for. And that's when you should start looking at your conversion rate. But besides that, I don't think so. Now, when you're targeting tier 1 countries or just the US or the big 5, then your conversion rate is pretty relevant. And typically it will be a lot higher just because the traffic is a lot more quality, but you'll get a lot less traffic. So it's not like your conversion rate will make you more money at that point. It's just really about the product, the ads, a lot of different things, Okay, is there anything? Oh wait, I already answered that. Do you use Google Shopping ads? Not quite yet. I'm still kind of setting some up. I tried a campaign the other day, but I didn't have conversion tracking set up or something. I don't even know. It's so confusing. Harry, how are you getting sales with your branded store? You were talking about your Instagram. Were you getting sales through Instagram? No, I was getting sales through Facebook. So I just had a really low ad spend and a decent revenue. The reason why is because of the average order value. The average order value for this branded store that I'm building is about $50, which means, you know, out of however many customers I get, it's going to be a higher revenue. So that's why, for example, I only spent like $50 on ads and made back like $300. And it was a really good day, obviously. Okay, how much budget, guys, for starting a Shopify business? Good question. I would say have a minimum budget of at least $500 to $1,000. That's definitely a good budget to have. Anything below that is going to be definitely a little sketchy unless you do different methods of starting. Obviously, you don't have to start with paid ads. That's a myth. You don't have to do that. But yeah, of course it helps to start with paid ads. Arie, can you give us that document when you're finished? Sure. So after this is done, I'll put this document down. I'm still not done. I just kind of want to answer some more questions. Okay, let me just kind of fly through these quick. Okay. Here, Arie, I'll be forever loyal. Haven't had the best experience with Facebook, as most of us can probably relate. By using your ad strategy, can I make a career for myself? I mean, that's kind of an open-ended question. It's really up to you, man. Of course you can make a career for yourself, but it's just really going to take, you know, your individual determination and motivation to really make it happen. But obviously, just because I put out a strategy doesn't guarantee anything. And that's the quicker you learn that kind of, you know, the quicker you'll start really making progress towards building a career. Because if you're, you know, if you think one campaign or one product is going to make you, you know, give you financial freedom, it could, but the chances of that happening are so slim that like it's not even worth thinking about. You should just really trust the process and keep testing, keep building a brand, keep building a business, and you'll eventually succeed. But don't try to worry about like, okay, if I do this, will that make me all the money that I will ever need? Of course not. Okay, cool. So I'll keep going then with what I was talking about how to be profitable in 2018. Now, another thing that you have to do is upsells, okay? Upselling is really effective. Now, here's the thing. I don't recommend most upsells, but Zipify, one-click upsells. Zipify one-click upsells are extremely powerful, guys. Extremely, extremely powerful. And the reason why I say this is because, oh wait, I didn't even, Zipify. And it's $50 a month, but guys, it'll make you your money back guaranteed. Now, you have to make sure that if you do use, okay, let me do a warning. If you do use Zipify, make sure to have a solid customer service team in place. Unless, I mean, if you can do your customer service yourself, that's totally fine too. But here's the thing, it's gonna be super. So here's the thing with Zipify, it's a one-click upsell. So for those of you that may or may not know, what that means is it's a post-purchase upsell. And what this means is that once somebody buys something, puts their credit card information, they click order, they will get an upsell right after that checkout thank you page. It'll say, for example, oh, special offer, you can order this as well. Click yes or no. And if they click yes, it automatically charges their account. And it's extremely effective. This is what ClickFunnels are really great for. And this is why, you know, the ClickFunnel thing is so big, because you can do full funnels where you have post-purchase upsells. But the reason why I say to be careful is because, of course, it's a little bit sneaky. The customer doesn't always expect to get charged right away when they click yes. It's kind of like the Amazon, like, instant, like, the buy button where you just can buy it on one click. It's like the same thing. So make sure that, you know, you have a customer service team in place, or if you're doing customer service, make sure you're checking that pretty often if you're using Zipify, because trust me, some people won't really be cool with that, with the one-click upsell, and they'll be really, really upset that you charge their credit card X amount of money when they were only expecting whatever they paid for the initial purchase, right? So just be mindful of that, be careful with it. But that being said, it's extremely effective, and I'm going to be using it pretty much for all of my stores in the future, as long as, you know, it's not causing any huge issues. But you do need Stripe. You do need a Stripe account. in order to be able to use this. So make sure you set that up. And the other thing is upsells through email. Through email. So post purchase emails. You could do like customer win back after like 30 days, for example. What else could you do? If you do have emails, you could have like a newsletter flow with different offers. That could work too. Post purchase. Let's see what else could work. Oh yeah, abandoned cart offers after abandoned cart email sequences. Now guys, this one's one that I really like, and the reason why is because it really makes the most out of your abandoned cart. So what this means, guys, and you can set this up, I'm gonna say this, you can set this up in abandon protect app. Okay, so what this means is after they get sent the 3 email sequences that you send them, like let's just say 7 days later, they get new emails. So the reason why this is so powerful is because obviously it's just like setting up a newsletter flow, you know? The more that you can be in your customer's face through email, the better. No matter what, in any situation, you got to keep sending them emails and sending them different offers, different discounts, things like that. And that's how you really engage your customer or your future customer, right? And this is going to make you a ton of money in the back end, guys. This is why a lot of businesses are able to generate an extra 40% in revenue, which ends up being an extra like 20% in profits because of email marketing. And it's just crazy that nobody really likes it. Nobody talks about it. Nobody wants to even listen when it comes to email marketing because it's just such a pain in the ass to set up. So honestly, guys, don't worry. I can totally relate. I can, I don't like email marketing, but this is kind of one of those, I'm being your school teacher that you kind of hate, but you know they're right. It's like, you're probably going to hate me for doing email marketing stuff right now, but hey, this is what you need to do in order to be profitable in 2018, 2019, 2020. So make sure you start learning about it now. You don't have to put the biggest emphasis on it right now, obviously. Make sure you master Facebook ads as you do this, but this is just going to be extremely crucial, especially if you don't have a lot of capital to just be investing in ads constantly. That is the best. I mean, obviously, anything that you can do for free is going to be super worthwhile when you don't have the budget, okay? So make sure you keep that in mind. Okay, now let me go up here. Let me answer some questions again. We'll get back to the questions. I do got to go kind of soon, unfortunately. I don't want to go, but I have a friend that's coming over in a little bit. I got to show him the new place. Obviously the new desk is awesome and whatnot. Okay, so let's see. You're hyped about the course. Hey, oh yeah, by the way, thank you for mentioning that. Make sure, guys, that July 29th, mark that date down. That's when I will be doing the live stream. It is going to be a course release, but also I'm going to be dropping an insane amount of knowledge in that live stream. I have a presentation that I created specifically for that live stream, and it's going to be insane. I'm just going to walk you through the whole process, the whole system, nothing held back, obviously. And I'm going to be doing giveaways. So I'm going to be doing a $100 giveaway. I'm going to be giving away an hour coaching call with me personally, privately, and I'm also going to be giving away a spot in the course, of course. So there you go. Pretty good incentives, obviously. So make sure you join. You'll start seeing some ads for it pretty soon. I'm going to start running ads for it tomorrow, I think. Maybe the next day. But yeah, so just be mindful of that. You'll see my ads. Make sure you sign up so that you get all the notifications and stuff. But it's going to be pretty cool. Okay, now let's answer some questions, guys. Let's get to the questions. Okay. Do you think it's okay to use $3 a day per ad set for people with low budget? Yeah, but honestly, just do 5, man. I think you should just do 5 and just do less ad sets. I think that could work better. I don't know. You could do 3, but honestly, it's just too slow sometimes. It just really depends. it depends a lot on what, not what your budget is, but your break-even point. So if your break-even point's like 10, then sure, do $3 a day. But if it's like 20, $3 a day is not going to cut it, you know. The only reason why increasing the budget works is because you're able to reach more people. Exactly, man. I'm happy you see that, because that is the exact reason. And that's what people don't understand about budget. And the quicker you understand that, it's kind of like the quicker, you know, you can move on from that question. Okay, what if a product is breaking even on half ad sets? Do you then look for more ad sets? Yeah, of course. What do you think of many clicks to website but no conversion relevance score of 10? Nothing, you know, that's not a profitable ad set. That's all I think about it, so make sure you kill it. How long do you usually run conversion ads before you get a sale? I typically get a sale on the first day. Scale hard on weekends? Yes, scale very hard on weekends if you can, for sure. Check the dropship theme right now. Rito's new theme? I do like Rito's theme. I honestly really do. What is the highest amount you've duplicated on a winning ad set? I mean, I've duplicated to $100 a day, to $1,000 a day on manual bidding. I've done pretty much everything. I've got a lot of money. I'm trying to scale fast. So would you recommend duplicating 5 ad sets to 10, or do you go even higher to like 25? Yeah, I mean, if you have the budget, go 5 to 15. I think 15 is the best budget, personally. To go 5, 15, 40, 100. I think that's a pretty reasonable, like, fast scaling. But you could just go from 5 to 15 to 100 too if you wanted to. I mean, it just really depends. But that can sometimes kill your ad set, so just be mindful of that. Try some Facebook ads for a phone case, and I don't know if I'm doing it right. Basically, I get a sale every day only. I don't know if I should change anything about it because I got many interested. Well, if it's unprofitable, you got to kill it. Bottom line. How are you getting sales through Instagram? I just pretty much target Instagram feeds. Arie, suggest some must-have apps on general stores. So must-have apps on general stores, I would say at least one form of a bulk pricing app. So like such as Quantity Breaks. Quantity Breaks personally is my favorite. The only shitty part about it is that it doesn't really sync up with Oberlo, so you'll have to use an app like Dropify, which honestly Dropify is better anyway, so kind of a win-win situation, honestly, if you ask me. But yeah, it's kind of, you know, unfortunate that it doesn't sync up. But yeah, I would say Quantity Breaks, or there's another app called Ultimate Bundle Discounts or something. But anytime that you can make the customer pay less to buy more, they're more prone to go for it. So make sure you're including those upsells. That's the easiest upsell possible, I think. So yeah, definitely. I tested a product with 40 $5 a day ad sets and have made 17 sales so far in 2 days. How do I go about scaling? Awesome. That's a lot of ad sets, man. But yeah, so just pretty much keep finding more, or scale the ones that you already have by duplicating it or increasing the budget on the existing ad set. I know a lot of people do. For example, Sebastian Gomez, he increases budgets on existing ad sets. He goes from 5 to 10 to 40. 5 to 10 to 40 in like 24-hour periods. Now, I've heard other people say that increase budgets on an existing ad set at 20% per day. I guess that works too. Personally, what I do is just duplicate, double the budget. Unless, I mean, honestly, I really like going 5 to 15. Duplicating from $5 to $15 seems to work really well too. So test that out. Okay. What is a favicon? So a favicon is just a little emoji type logo type thing that you can have show on your tab. You don't need it, but obviously the more of these little things that you can implement to your store, the better. Okay, so let's see. Oh my God, so many questions. Okay. Are you planning to brand your current store? You're trying to make 7 figures. Is white labeling a part of that process? So honestly, I've been thinking about white labeling, but I don't know if I'll do, well, I don't know. Tyler wants to white label one of our winning products for our store, and I do too, but I'm not 100% sure on it yet. Just because, guys, here's the thing that I've been realizing is that while everybody's saying that dropshipping might die, I think personally that dropshipping I think every business is going to end up dropshipping in the future. Like as more and more processes when it comes to shipping become more easily accessible for companies. I mean, there's already DHL shipping from China. So there will come a time in the future where DHL shipping is going to be just as expensive as e-packet shipping. And when that time comes, there's going to be a ridiculous amount of companies not taking inventory anymore and instead drop shipping products. It only makes sense. Obviously, if you can kind of ship as you sell, that's a dream business model. That's pretty much non-existent for most of the business world. So that's why I think it'll only keep growing. And that's one of the reasons why I don't necessarily want to white label like the traditional way. I don't want to white label and source to the US necessarily. I might. But I kind of just want to get our logos printed and stuff just right away in China and then start shipping worldwide and stuff. Okay. I noticed tracking number I get from AliExpress and I give to customers to use and after ship and it says tracking doesn't exist. What's the problem? Could be a weird thing with, after ship. Make sure you have your settings correct or something like that. Contact their support maybe. Am I planning to visit the Czech Republic? Hey, maybe, if I have somewhere to stay. I'm kidding. But yeah, maybe. Exactly, Sam. So the more people say dropshipping will die, the better I feel, because that means the more room for us to make money, right? That's actually a good way to put it. Yeah, hey bro, have DHL prices been coming down the past decade for you to make such a huge claim about DHL equaling e-packet prices? I mean, I don't think it's that huge of a claim, man. I really don't. It only makes sense. I mean, I'm sure like 10 years ago, something like e-packet shipping was the same price as DHL shipping is now. It only makes sense as technology keeps improving, as systems become more efficient. It's only going to be more and more affordable, It only makes sense, guys. But hey, obviously I don't know it. I don't know that for sure to be a thing. Like obviously maybe I'm wrong. Maybe e-packet is going to get more expensive. Who knows? But I highly doubt it. Some of my ads are making sales, but they're just below break even each time. Would you cut this? Yeah, if they're below break even, I would probably cut them. What do you think about the product stealing method, going onto Facebook and finding through there? I mean, that's a good way to do it for sure. But here's the thing, guys. If you found a product that is working, even if it's breaking even, try to find more products from that, like similar to that. For example, I never told you guys this, but I do have a similar outdoor store than Trend Cove now. And for example, I use some of the data that I use for the fishing rod to test just a random fishing rod, just like literally an AliExpress fishing rod. Nothing crazy about it. It was a little bit smaller than a traditional rod, and it had really high perceived value. And I tested it with a picture ad, and it worked. It's making money right now. Literally $5 a day ad sets, break even point of $33, and the cost per purchase right now is about $13. So it's a super profitable product, and it's nothing too special, right? So what that tells you is that yes, you can test these like hot products that are whatever, like you see on Facebook, you see everywhere. But there are also a lot of hidden gems that have really high perceived value that if you have data from prior products, you can test out and have a lot of success with. And that's going to be, honestly, such a good way to differentiate yourself from the competition when now everybody's testing all these infomercial products, which are great. You can test out some other products that you see on AliExpress that look awesome. There's a lot of products on AliExpress that look super, super high quality. And of course, make sure you judge by the reviews. Don't just judge by like how it looks. Make sure you look at how other people are reacting to it. But of course, once you do that, you can definitely test it. And you don't have to test it super extensively. I mean, you can do 10 ad sets. It's going to cost you $50 a day. You could spend $100 to test it, maybe a little more. And it might yield really, really amazing results that you might have not experienced with just a regular hot product. So make sure you do that. Or test something like that out at least. Alright guys. That is pretty much it for today, though. I'm sorry I didn't get a video out. I'll get a video tomorrow, all ready to go. It's going to be amazing. Make sure you set the July 29th. Make sure you free that day up. If you have work, take that day off. It's going to be amazing. The value that I'm going to drop in that live stream is going to be unlike any other live stream before. And of course, I will be leaving the replay, so don't worry if you miss it or something. But here's the thing. The cash giveaway, so there's going to be a $100 giveaway, a course giveaway, and an hour coaching call giveaway. Privately with me, we can talk about whatever, but of course, you should definitely, want to talk about your store. We could definitely make some huge changes to it. But anyways, I'm only going to be doing that on the actual live stream. And of course, the course is going to be released, and there's going to be a special pricing for all the people that join that specific live stream. It's July 29th at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I think that's 2 p.m. Well, I might change the date, or I mean not the date. It's going to be on July 29th no matter what. It's a Sunday. But the specific time, I'm not exactly sure on that. But I'll probably do a poll on Instagram. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's just Arie Scherson, my name and last name. Make sure you follow me on there, and I'll probably drop a poll on there. And kind of see which time works better for people. Don't worry, Sam, if you're traveling that day, it's totally fine. I'll leave the replay on there, so you can watch the replay all you want. So I'm really excited. It's going to be a good video to have on my channel either way. But there are a lot of benefits to being there live. So make sure that if you can be there live, you show up. It's going to be really, really worthwhile. But I'm really excited for that, guys, and hopefully you are too, because this is going to be really game-changing, I think. Of course, I got a video coming for tomorrow. It's going to be about Facebook ads, like you guys like. I already, I'm trying to please you out here, so it's all good. I'll make a video about that tomorrow, and make sure you stay tuned for that. And that's pretty much it, guys. I'll see you. I'll do another live stream from here till the 29th, just kind of talking about this a little more. Obviously, dropping some value like I always do. And that's pretty much it, guys. I'll see you in the next